Welcome to another session of this video lesson. In this lesson, I will be teaching on the topic, percentage. My name is Valentine, and I will be your teacher in this class. Let's go over the learning objectives for this topic. 1. We will define a percent. 2. We will discuss on how to express a number as a percentage. 3. We will discuss on how to convert a percentage to fraction. 4. We will discuss on how to convert a fraction to percentage. I want you to pay attention as I teach you this topic, percentage. Let's go to class. So, what is percent? The word percent mean over 100. It could also mean divided by 100. The symbol used to represent percent is written like this. Next, we will discuss on how to express a number in percent. For example, 50% means 50 over 100. Also, 23% means 23 over 100. So, if a number is written in percent, it means that number divided by 100. Next, we will discuss on how to express a number as a percentage. Example 1. Express 0.2 as a percentage. In this question, we are asked to express 0.2 as a percentage. This is done by multiplying 0.2 by 100. So, to express 0.2 as a percentage, this will give us 0.2 times 100. This is equal to 20%. Very simple, isn't it? Let's solve another example. Example 2. Express 5.5 as a percentage. In this question, we are asked to express 5.5 as a percentage. Just like we solved in the first example, we will multiply the number 5.5 by 100. So, this is equal to 5.5 times 100, which is equal to 550%. So, in these two examples, we have learned how to express a number as a percentage. Next, we will discuss on how to convert a percentage to fraction. Example 1. Convert 75% to fraction. To convert a percentage to fraction, we need to divide the number that is written in percent by 100. This will change it to fraction. Then, we will reduce the fraction to its lowest term. So, to solve this question, 75% is equal to 75 divided by 100. Next, we will reduce the fraction to its lowest term. To reduce the fraction to its lowest term, we need to find a number that can divide the numerator and the denominator. The number 5 can divide both 75 and 100. So, 5 divides 75 gives us 15, and 5 divides 100 gives us 20. Next, the number 5 can still divide 15 and 20. So, 5 divides 15 gives us 3, and 5 divides 20 gives us 4. Looking at the fraction, we can see no other number can divide both the numerator and the denominator. So, the answer is 3/4. This is how to convert a percentage to fraction. Next, I will solve another example. Example 2. Convert 40% to fraction. Just like we solved in the first example. To convert a percentage to fraction, we need to divide the number that is written in percent by 100. This will change it to fraction. Then, we will reduce the fraction to its lowest term. So, to solve this question, 40% is equal to 40 divided by 100. Next, we will reduce the fraction to its lowest term. To reduce the fraction to its lowest term, we need to find a number that can divide the numerator and the denominator. The number 2 can divide both 40 and 100. So, 2 divides 40 gives us 20, and 2 divides 100 gives us 50. 2 can still divide. So, 2 divides 20 gives us 10, and 2 divides 50 gives us 25. Next, the number 5 can divide both 10 and 25. So, 5 divides 10 gives us 2, and 5 divides 25 gives us 5. Looking at the fraction, we can see no other number can divide both the numerator and the denominator. So, the answer is 2/5. Next, let's solve another example to help you understand it better. Example 3. Convert 62.5% to fraction. Just like we solved in the second example. To convert a percentage to fraction, we need to divide the number that is written in percent by 100. This will change it to fraction. Then, we will reduce the fraction to its lowest term. So, to solve this question, 62.5% is equal to 62.5 divided by 100. Next, we can see that the numerator, 62.5, has a decimal point. So, it may be a little difficult to divide. We need to convert 62.5 to a whole number. To convert the numerator to a whole number, we need to multiply the numerator, 62.5, by 10. Also, we will multiply the denominator by 10. This will give us, for the numerator, 62.5 times 10 is equal to 625. And, for the denominator, 100 times 10 is equal to 1000. So, the fraction is equal to 625 divided by 1000. Next, we need to reduce the fraction to its lowest term. This is by finding a number that can divide the numerator and the denominator. The number 5 can divide both 625 and 1000. So, 5 divides 625 gives us 125. And 5 divides 1000 gives us 200. Next, 5 can still divide. So, 5 divides 125 gives us 25. And 5 divides 200 gives us 40. Next, 5 can still divide 25 and 40. So, 5 divides 25 gives us 5. And 5 divides 40 gives us 8. Looking at the fraction, we can see no other number can divide both the numerator and the denominator. So, the answer is 5/8. In these 3 examples we solved, we have learned how to convert a percentage to fraction. Next, we will discuss on how to convert fraction to percentage. Example 1. Express 3/4 as a percentage. To express fraction to percentage, we will multiply the fraction by 100. So, to solve this question, we need to multiply the fraction 3/4 by 100. So, this is equal to 3/4 times 100. Next, we look for numbers that can divide. 4 divides 100 gives us 25. So, this is equal to 3 times 25, which is equal to 75%. Very simple, isn't it? Let's solve another example. Example 2. Express 1/8 as a percentage. Just like we solved in the first example, to express fraction to percentage, we will multiply the fraction by 100. To solve this question, we need to multiply the fraction 1/8 by 100. So, this is equal to 1/8 times 100. Next, we will multiply the numerators, and then divide by the denominator. This gives us 1 times 100 is equal to 100. Divided by the denominator, which is 8. Next, we will look for number that can divide the numerator and the denominator. 2 can divide 108. So, 2 divides 100 gives us 50. And 2 divides 8 gives us 4. 2 can still divide. So, 2 divides 50 gives us 25. And 2 divides 4 gives us 2. 2 divides 25 gives us 12.5. So, this is equal to 12.5%. In these 2 examples, we have learned how to convert a fraction to percentage. Next, we will solve word problems involving percentage. Example 1. Increase 120 by 25%. To solve this question, we need to find 25% of 120. Then, the result that we obtained will be added to 120 to get the percentage increase. So, let's begin. First, we need to find 25% of 120. 25% of 120 means 25 over 100 times 120. Next, we will look for numbers that can divide. 5 can divide both 25 and 100. So, 5 divides 25 gives us 5. And 5 divides 100 gives us 20. Next, 5 can still divide 5 and 20. So, 5 will cancel out 5. And 5 divides 20, gives us 4. Next, 2 can divide 4 and 120. So, 2 divides 4, gives us 2. And 2 divides 120, gives us 60. Next, 2 can still divide. So, 2 will cancel out 2. And 2 divides 60, gives us 30. So, the result is equal to 30. Now that we have gotten the result of 25% of 120, the next step is to add the result to 120. So, the increase is 120 plus 30, which is equal to 150. In this example, we have learned how to increase a number by any percentage. Next, let's solve another example. Example 2. Decrease 70 by 50%. To solve this question, we need to find 50% of 70. Then, the result that we obtained will be subtracted from 70 to get the percentage decrease. So, let's begin. First, we need to find 50% of 70. 50% of 70 means 50 over 100 times 70. Next, we will look for numbers that can divide. 2 can divide both 50 and 100. So, 2 divides 50, gives us 25. And 2 divides 100, gives us 50. Next, 5 can divide. So, 5 divides 25, gives us 5. And 5 divides 50, gives us 10. Next, 5 can still divide. So, 5 will cancel out 5. And 5 divides 10, gives us 2. Next, 2 can divide 2 and 70. So, 2 will cancel out 2. And 2 divides 70, gives us 35. So, the result is equal to 35. Now that we have gotten the result of 50% of 70, the next step is to subtract the result from 70. Therefore, the decrease will give us 70 minus 35, which is equal to 35. This is how to decrease a number by any percentage. So, in these two examples, we have learned how to increase or decrease a number by any percentage. We have come to the end of this lesson, and I hope you understand the topic. I have some practice questions for you to solve. I want you to pause this video and try these practice questions. See you in the next lesson.